Right, this question, I'm going to do the trapezium rule, but this time I'm going to show you how to use the memory function in your calculator to make life a little bit easier when it comes to typing in the values at the end. So here it says the trapezium rule was 5 ordinates, okay, and you've got the limits 3 and 1, okay. So first thing we do, of course, is to work out what the height of the strips are going to be, okay, and of course, with 5 ordinates, we're going to have 4 strips, okay? Always one less than the number of ordinates. So we've got 4 strips because there's 5 ordinates. So you're going to have then the upper limit, which is 3, take away the lower limit, which is 1, all over then 4 strips. So that becomes then 2 over 4, which is a half, okay? So the next step then is to consider then our ordinate values, okay, so we start off with x0, which is just going to be, of course, the first value in the lower limit there, which is 1, okay, and then we work out y0, okay, so all you've got to do then is log to the base 10, right, and 3x take away 1, well, you're going to put in 3 lots of 1, take away 1, okay, because the x value, the lower limit is 1, so you're going to type that into your calculator. So I'm going to get my calculator. Now what's good, if it's logged to the base 10, you just use the normal log button here, right? If it's logged to the base 10, that's what you always do. So log 3 into 1, take away 1, and you type that in, and it will give you your answer, right? Which is 0.301029997. Now it's important you write all of that down, right? Even though I'm going to use the memory function on this now, it's still important that you write the whole solution down. So for the memory, right, all you need to do is, you need to press the shift button first, okay? And then if you press this button here, the RCL button, because above the RCL you've got the store, okay? So I press shift in order for me to access the store, and it's going to store in then. Now all I need to do now is select one of these letters above here. You notice them in red on your calculator. So I'm going to go for A, right, because I want to store it in the first letter there, letter A, okay? So it's stored, that's all I need to do, okay? So that's stored there now. So now what I do next, I'm going to go for my next ordinate, x1, so I need to add the half, the height, onto that, so that would be 1.5, okay? So I'll have then y1. Now I don't need to write that formula down again, I just need to go to this now. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the replay button, press up, I'm going to go back until I find my formula, press back, so I'm going to change that into 1.5, and then I've got this, so I make sure I write that down, 0.544068044. Okay, now I'm going to store this one, so I'm going to press shift and store, but this time I'm going to put it into B, okay? So it's stored in B. Okay, let's do x2, so let's add a half onto this now, so I get 2, so y2 then will equal, so let's go back up to this now, and I've got it there, so let's change this now to 2, okay? And that's going to be, yeah, 0.698970043. Okay, let me store it. So shift, store C this time. Okay, so it doesn't hurt here to actually write this down as well, where I'm storing them. So it reminds me that I have actually stored them there. Okay, x3 then will be 2.5. So that would be y3 equals, let's go back here, let's change this to 2.5, and then I've got the answer then, 0.812913356. Okay, so let's store that in D, so shift store D. Okay, so that's stored there, and then let's do the x4, the final ordinate, so that'll be 3, y4 will equal, let's go back up there, let's go and change that into 3, and I get my answer there, which is 0.903089987. So I'm going to store that in E. So I'm going to have shift store E. Okay, so there you go. So I've got all those answers. I've written them down, and I'm going to use my memory. And then what I do then, of course, I get the formula booklet, and I open to page, where is it? It's on page 7, and the trapezium rule then, okay, in order to get the integral that you want, it's the integral between 1 and 3 of log to the base 10 of 3x minus 1 dx, okay, is approximately equal to, so the trapezium rule is 1/2, okay, times the height. The height is also a half, okay, then you've got squiggly bracket, or I like to do a square bracket, the first and the last terms, okay, so basically it'll be the 0.301, etc., etc. I don't need to write it all down there, plus then the last term, which is 0.903, etc., etc., plus then twice then all of the other terms, okay, so I've dealt with these two. Twice of the other terms will be all of these here, so 0.544 plus 0.689 plus 0.812, okay, close bracket. And you'll notice I'm not writing out the full numbers here, because it'll take me a lot of time to do that, and it doesn't really fit on, doesn't it? It's quite hard to write all that in, so I don't need to write them all down, okay? But when you calculate it, you would need to write all these numbers into the calculator. That's really important. But with the memory buttons I've got now, all I need to do really when I type this out is to put A in for that, E in for that, yeah, and then in the bracket then you just got B, C and D. So that's all I need to do. So what do I do that? You've got half times half, okay, so fraction, half times fraction again, half, and then you've got a bracket, okay, and then all I need to do is press A plus E, okay, now to get A back up now A is in red, so I need to press alpha first, A, plus then alpha E, okay, plus then twice then bracket, and then I need to do alpha B plus alpha C plus alpha D, okay, close bracket, and then close bracket again, and then if I press equals, it should give me my answer, and there I've got my answer, so 1.329, and it says the 3 decimal places in the question, so that's what I got there, 1.329. Okay, now part B then, it says use your answer to part A, okay, to deduce this here. Now notice the difference between, these are virtually identical, except with this one you've got log squared, right? I'm going to show you, you're just going to use the rules of logs that we've learned earlier, okay, in order to make ground with this, alright? So when you have the squared there, what you can, use the laws of logs, you can bring that power down in front, okay, so it becomes this, and then what's amazing about this is, because you've just got 2 here, this is 2 times it, so this is a constant times it, you can take that constant out, so you can take it out of the integral, because it's only a constant, okay, so it's 2 times now this integral, and of course this integral we've already worked out using the trapezium rule, so we're going to use part A answer as the question says, so that integral is just 1.329, and all I've got to do then, because there's a 2 in front, is just times it by 2. So I've got this on my calculator already, so I'll just times the answer by 2, and it comes out then it's 2.658. It doesn't say how many decimal places, but I'll go for 3 again, just like I did 3 in part A.